Mark Geragos, listen, you just heard Steve Wolf talking all about the gun part of this. I want to talk about what happened in the courtroom, because the moment I saw Alec Baldwin stand up and walk out in the middle of the prosecutor making arguments and presenting evidence, his own lawyer looked kind of gobsmacked and couldn't believe it. As an attorney who's represented some very famous people, what did you make of this moment, and what do you think it's going to do for or against Alec?
Well, I always say jurors notice almost everything. And, they get instructions that you're only supposed to consider what comes from the stand or what's been stipulated to or the evidence as the judge instructs it. But if you have talked to enough jurors, you will know that they notice if you're wearing the same pair of shoes. They notice if you, what you're doing in the hallway. They notice that. They saw that. I don't know how they react to that. It may have been calculated. It may have just been a bladder break. So I hate to attribute anything to it other than the fact that it was definitely noticed.
Well, and the fact that his own lawyer looked so shocked and surprised. I would have assumed that Baldwin, if he needed to leave, would say something to his lawyer like, I got to do this, I got to go, I'll be back in a moment. But no, it shocked his own lawyer, so that was quite a moment. And then came back with a cup of coffee. Let me ask you something really specific, because not many people have dug into the real nitty-gritty on what this jury is going to be asked to do. They're going to be asked to hear all this stuff, right? The whole story. Both sides have a story. But when it comes down to it, the involuntary manslaughter charge has two theories. Number one, negligent use of a firearm. And number two, use of a firearm without due caution or circumspection. Is that like a really high bar? And does a movie set and waving a prop rise to that bar, do you think?
Well, it's not a really high bar. In fact, anytime you've got involuntary manslaughter, it's one of the toughest cases and mindsets to defend. You'll hear the term mens rea. All that means is what was in the mind. Involuntary manslaughter is not intentional. It's not where you're saying, oh, he pointed it, he should have known, or something along those lines, and he discharged a normal gun. This is a situation where the prosecutor, in my opinion, has got a heavy lift. And why do I say that? The prosecutor has already argued and convicted and had sentenced to prison somebody who was in that chain of causation, namely the armorer. That armorer, they argued forcefully, and they were successful, at least it hasn't been reversed on appeal, that person was responsible for the act that ended up happening. Now, if this is a case, and it is, where his intent, he didn't have to intentionally want to kill, but he had to act with a lesser standard, that's a tough, heavy lift for the prosecutor. And on the same time, for the defense, it's tough because you've got to get the jury to understand just because somebody pointed it doesn't mean they're guilty.
Yeah, they both got a hill to climb here. I can't wait. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed's supposed to come into the courtroom tomorrow. Word is she's going to plead the fifth. But Mark Geragos, we'll have you back. We'll talk about it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.